Is it dying? Is this the end of Test cricket?
We're in the end game now.
Test cricket faces a bleak future, with the sport administrators failing to control the runaway weed of the hugely popular T20 format, as stated by former West Indies pace bowler Michael Holding. Cryptic words, but it seems it's a topic that will not go away. Has T20 cricket put the future of ODIs and Test cricket in danger? The mass appeal of the T20 cricket is absolutely undeniable, and we at EXTV recently discussed in great detail the many reasons why T20 cricket is here to stay. This has been a major subject for discussion for some time now. Has the IPL, CPL and T20 put a death sentence on traditional formats? Find out more in one moment. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Extra Time TV. I'm your host Sooklal, and let's get into it, shall we? With the undoubted global success of the T20, the traditional formats, particularly Test cricket, seems to be in trouble. Now before I get started, I had the fortune to experience cricket in all its forms. When I was a kid and my parents took me to see the West Indies at the Oval, it felt majestic. Forget the technical aspects, the atmosphere was amazing and you knew that you were a part of something special. Everyone had a good time. So of course, this is a topic that we can discuss in great detail for hours, but let's pump the brakes a bit here. It's very easy to make lazy comments that Test cricket is boring, and it isn't. Test match cricket, from my observation, is where it's not good enough to just be better than your opponents, and you have to actually defeat your opponents. What do I mean by this? In order to conquer the opposition in a test match, you have to bowl out your opposition twice, and not just simply outshoot your opponent with a limited time frame. It's not one-dimensional at all. Like a game of chess, you can't just outplay or outmuscle your opponent. You need to outsmart them by being on your toes and making key strategic decisions at all times. The captain, unlike some other sports, plays a crucial role in the management of the bowlers and setting fields, which requires a high understanding of the game. And not just from a physical standpoint, but from a strategic standpoint. In many sports, the players look to the sidelines for the coach to bear the brunt of this role. This is not the case here. And for those who appreciate that, that is one of the many things that makes this game attractive. Of course, for people who love this format, I'm preaching to the converted. Unfortunately, due to the rise of the T20 format, it seems as if the glorification of the shorter format has put the classic format in apparent danger. This has fueled passionate discussions by cricket purists, but we have to try and break it down as best as possible. So let's get into it. The format. Let's face it, as I stated before, T20 has completely changed the game. Outside the very loyal followers of the sport, the traditional form of the game is simply not appealing to the current generation. Respectfully, as I said before, I grew up experiencing cricket, ODIs, and now the T20 format. People simply do not have time to sit down for 4 to 5 days of cricket. It requires a significant amount of time and dedication and is very impractical now. Personally, I respect Test cricket, but let's face it, it is very difficult to commit to it. And with the quick-paced nature of sports, Test cricket needed to find a way to become more innovative, and it's clearly stagnating. With emphasis being placed on quick, fast-paced editions, the attributes that make Test cricket appealing are lost in the noise. And I guess a new fan can be forgiven if they aren't seeing all these things, right? Attendance is dropping. So let's put emotions aside. Sometimes, when you're a huge fan of something, it may blind you to obvious truths. One of these is that the attendance of Test cricket is slowly dwindling. And in some places, it's just, well, bad. I mean excluding anything involving Australia, and preferably against England. The numbers don't look good. According to The Independent, one of the key officials present at the International Cricket Council, that's the ICC, meeting back in 2017, stated that Test cricket was now only genuinely commercially viable in 5 countries: England, Australia, India, South Africa, and Pakistan. The WICB president Dave Cameron back in 2016 stated that as the West Indies Cricket Board, we need to do a lot more in terms of entertaining people at the ground. Right now, a lot needs to be done. We need to have Wi-Fi in the grounds. We need to be able to cater for children in a better way. He further went on to say that Cricket, especially test matches, is an entire day experience. Parents want to be able to take their kids to cricket and to be able to enjoy the cricket and not to be mindful that their kids are going to drop off a chair. A lot of people, fans out there, are interested in what is going on. So it's not that the game is dead, it's how you get the eyes coming into the ground and watching it versus those who are watching on social media or on television. Up next, players following the money. It's no secret that T20 cricket and all its franchises are vastly more lucrative. Of course, I can see the appeal of playing less and making more for cricketers. I get it. The hard-core fact is that the financial rewards and the adoration of T20 tournaments have definitely shifted the priority of players. Test cricket, basically tied down to representing your country, is one of the limitations. According to Alistair Cook back in 2017, the game has evolved more quickly than I imagined it would do. Take South Africa versus Bangladesh. No one was watching the game, and as soon as Test cricket, will not be viable. There's no money in it because that's all in the T20 leagues, or T10, as it probably will become soon. And we have to be worried about that. That's my opinion. Said Cook in an interview with the newly launched Wisden Cricket Monthly magazine back then. It's not a pretty fact, but sports is a business and money talks. Unless Test cricket finds a way to match the lucrative amounts of money being offered, the appeal just isn't there. Up next, a commercially viable Test Championship. Excluding die-hard fans, it seems the product is not what it used to be. Test cricket has had minimal changes over the years, and the inability to have a proper World Test Championship is just baffling. I admittedly understand that there are some challenges to this, which many people have already discussed in great detail. Test cricket is at present an international thing. It is very long. The scheduling of an event revolving around games that last 3 to 4 days is not impossible, but definitely difficult. And also making it commercially appealing enough to rival the flash and energy of T20 cricket is a quite difficult task. Admittedly, attempts are being made to remedy this, but let's face it, international cricket continues to rival with league cricket, and it is obvious who is winning. I mean, football has been able to form a symbiotic relationship with league football and international football, so the idea of it working is definitely workable, but as stated before, the sheer length of the games may be an issue, and Test cricket needs to adapt. They sat on their laurels and allowed innovation to pass them by.
I love those moments. I like to wave at them as they pass by.
And are now forced to reinvent themselves and reinvent itself quickly. So with all that being said, we can conclude this. This is a topic that most definitely cannot be covered comprehensively in such a short time. As stated before, the ominous declarations made by many in the sport about the death of Test cricket may upset the purists, but it is a very real scenario. I personally think Test cricket is most definitely not dead, but unless they innovate and innovate quickly, the sport may suffer a sad fate. I, for one, understand the appeal, but unfortunately many do not. So with that being said, let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? This topic, like I said before, can never be covered fully in one segment, and I'm sure you all have your opinions. So let me know. Tweet or message me at Andrew Sooklal on Twitter and Instagram. Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. Also, as always, this episode of Extra Time TV has been brought to you by Flow Mobile, where Flow Mobile users can download the Flow Sports app and watch Flow Sports 1 for free. This is Andrew Sooklal of Extra Time TV. Thank you for joining us. Did you enjoy that video? Well, be sure to check out this video. And also don't forget to click the subscribe button, because when you do, happiness will enter your life.